What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I am Jess. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I have a short and sweet video for you today. It is a week 240 update, or my journey to rewind my weight from a morbidly obese weight to a healthy weight, living a keto, low carb, high protein lifestyle, and putting in real work. There's no such thing as a magic pill, a special diet, a hack, all those things, those don't exist. You have to just put in the work to change your life. So with that said, let's talk about the topic for today's video. Oh, and real quick, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a healthcare professional. This is just my story, my own opinions, my own research, my own thoughts, and my own experience with trying to change your life. At the end of the day, you talk to your own doctor. Take what I say with a grain of salt. It is merely intended to be weight loss inspiration or weight loss motivation. It is not the end all be all. So with that said, let's jump into today's video. So we're currently in September. We're almost a little over halfway through the month, right? With 12 or so days left. And our monthly challenge for the month of September is the Selfish September Accountability Challenge. For me, it has been something that has kind of sparked something inside me, and I have been doing very well this month. It was something that I should have been doing for a long time, and it's something that if I'm short on time, I always take from what I need so that everything else gets done, but that got me into a big hole. So that's why it is so important to never pour from an empty cup, because there's nothing left. So there's nothing wrong with taking time, whether it be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour of your day. You deserve that time for you. And you have to fit it in. You can't skip out on yourself. And with that thinking, I have made sure this month to take time for my needs. And it overall has made my moods better. I'm less stressed out. I feel like I'm not just falling apart. I feel like I'm not spread too thin. I'm happier because I'm doing things I want to do in that time. I've read, I don't even know how many books this month. I think I've read 5 or 6 books already this month. And that's a lot for someone like me who has hardly any time. My kids are so busy with 2 sports each, and all the practices and one of them's in a competitive level. And it's like, there's so many reasons to take and use those as excuses and take from my part of the puzzle and give, but that didn't work. That got me in a huge hole. So by taking that time for me and making sure that I get my me time, my moods have been like night and day. And that also means when my moods are happy and positive and not drained, emotionally, I'm not overeating. Emotionally, I'm not skimping out on what I can do in my menu. I am making that time so I'm not eating my emotions. And that takes away from a huge part of the puzzle that regains weight all the time, because I eat my emotions, because I'm stressed, I'm overworked, I'm tired, I don't feel like it. It's a convenient excuse, right? So by just fixing one puzzle to be happier and to care about me, it impacted like a domino effect in my life, and that speaks volume. So please, please, please take time for you and don't feel bad about it. Why should you be spreading yourself so thin that you make yourself crazy, that you impact your health? That should be justification in itself to allow yourself to make that time for you. And I tell you, it's coming back real hard right now, and that means things are moving on the scale in the right direction. Clothes feel better. I just feel better overall. I wake up and I'm like, yes, I'm not getting bigger. I'm actually getting smaller. It's that rewarding work. So invest in yourself. So along those lines, let's talk about some other tidbits that kind of will drill this point home. We're a little over halfway through the month. What do we have, 12 days left? There's still time to work on yourself and to get these habits going. So I want to do some thought-provoking topics for you. And the first thing is, I saw this quote, oh my gosh, way in the beginning of my journey, like years ago, at least 3 years ago, I remember this quote. I have no idea who wrote it, but it's always stuck with me. And it's, if you want something you've never had before, you have to be willing to do something you've never done before. And it speaks volume when it comes to a weight loss journey, because when we start out like this, 309 pounds, there was nothing I liked about myself. It wasn't just the weight, it was just everything. You know, I felt horrible, I was irritable, I didn't like what I saw in the mirror, I didn't like myself, I didn't like anybody else. I wanted to just be in a corner and exclude myself from life and just be miserable, right? So we start there, and because we've been here for so long and we hate it so bad, we want this right away. And we forget that there's a process in between those two pictures. And to add to that, if we don't get the process or the methods to get to those pictures correct, meaning if I remember correctly, I was 139 pounds difference in these two pictures. So I'd lost 139 pounds really quick, and I thought I figured it out. However, we all know that right now, this is current, today is September 2023, I'm not 139 pounds smaller, I'm half that. I regained half that amount of weight. And that's because I did not take the time to properly learn how to manage everything, you know, and that's the thing. There's got to be some sort of a trial and error process. There's got to be some sort of patience and determination, because it would be easy to just give it up after I had a rebound, or I overdid it one weekend and I gained 5 pounds or something, right? It's so easy to throw in the towel and walk away and say, I never can do it because I'm expecting this picture and this picture with the fastest time possible, with the least amount of work, with where I can have all the guilty pleasures, you know, like all those things. But I forget the process that's in between. The lessons that are in between, the imperfections that are in between. So, and I'm here to say, if you want something you've never had, you have to be willing to do something you've never done. And that is being consistent, showing up every day, not giving up, and realizing that you can't just go from here to here with a snap of your fingers. So, thankfully, I've only regained half the amount of weight. I didn't regain all of it. So instead of looking at it, you know, and now I'm like, gosh, I gotta lose like 60, 70 pounds again. But if I look at it as, I don't have to lose 139 pounds this time. I only have to lose, you know, 60, 70-ish, where I feel good. And, you know, so if I could take those 60, 70 pounds, let's call it 70, just to, you know, be conservative. If I divide that into 7 10-pound goals, that's a lot less overwhelming than looking at it at 70 pounds to lose. So I've basically divided what I have left to lose or re-lose is 10 miniature goals and of 10 pounds. And I could do 10 pounds. 10 pounds, oh, that's easy. I can do that, you know, and once I do that, I'll do it again. I'll lose that another 10 pounds. And this time it should be a little bit easier, a little bit more focused, a little less kinks to work out, and we'll do it a third time, you know, and so on and so forth. And eventually those 70 pounds come off because I wanted something I never had before, and I was willing to do something I was never willing to do before. And that means be selfish, show up for myself every day, and know that it just takes time. I gotta have those patience, but that time passes anyways, and I will eventually get there if I just stick with it, you know, and chip away at that, you know, 1 pound at a time. So at the end of the day, or a long story short, we can do this. I mean, it's like Monday pep talk time. We can do this, set the small goal, set those realistic, those expectations where they need to be, and let's chip away at this 10 pounds at a time together, right? Let's do it. So the plan for the week is, the weather's fantastic. I've been doing a lot of home gym exercises outside, and my legs are finally not sore from Friday's workout. So I think I will start maybe filming workouts to show the before, so that you can see you don't have to start off at a fitness expert level to be able to do these exercises, to be able to, just the average girl can do this too. And this is how, to inspire. I am going to share a pumpkin bread recipe with a secret ingredient. Can you guess what it is? Comment below. And so that'll be like Wednesday or Thursday. So thanks for watching. I am Jess. You are watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye.